Hi guys, it's Caroline and today's video is another Q&A. Now today I asked you guys on Twitter to just ask me some questions. So I just sent out a little tweet, you know, like, hey, just tweet me some questions, I'm gonna film in a bit. And I got a lot of questions and I'm gonna answer them for you. Let's just get started. What's your favorite song at the moment? My favorite songs always change. Like, there's no consistent song that's just like, hey, that's always gonna be my favorite song, because I always find new songs that I really like. So at the moment, my favorite song is probably Supernova by House of Lions. It's really good. You guys should check it out. Caitlin wants to know, can we expect any new music soon? Well, I'm always writing stuff and I'm always gonna be posting some new originals on YouTube. So yeah, at Yup, That's Dan. What's your favorite genre of music? I literally listen to everything. Oh my god, I don't have like a specific type. I don't even know. I'm like one of those kids who has like a really weird music taste and like listens to stuff that nobody has ever heard of before. But I would say for the most part I listen to alternative. Did you ever think that so many people would be watching you? No! If you like rewind back to like January or something and you told that Caroline like, hey, you'd have 50,000 subscribers in less than a year, she'd probably be freaking out. Why did you end up calling Sushi Eugene? Some of you may not know this, but I have a cat. I have two cats. So one of my cat's names is Sushi. And for some reason, I started calling him Eugene. I don't know. The main reason why I started calling my cat Eugene is because of Josh McDermott from The Walking Dead. He plays Eugene, and I don't know, I just felt like my cat just resembled his character perfectly, so I was like, I'm calling you Eugene, and I don't know. My cat will respond to both names, so. Do you ever listen to your music when you're sad? That's a good question. I actually have done that before. I have little work tapes on my phone that I take like right after I write a song. I mean, if I'm feeling a bit emotional, kind of like on a plane or something, or if I'm just in deep thought, I will listen to the work tapes. Where do you get most of your inspiration for your songs? Like, are they about life experiences or just about what people tell? Lately, what I've been noticing about my writing habits is that whenever I really want to write, it's when I've been bottling up emotions inside of me and then I just pour it all out into a song. Which I know it isn't good to like bottle up your feelings, but like what tends to happen to me is that I just bottle it all up and then I just like explode into like one song and it all just pours out of me and it makes me feel really good at the end of it. But basically I get inspired by just everyday life, you know, if something specific happens to me or something important happens to me and it causes me to have emotional feelings, then I will probably write a song about it. Or if I witness something that a friend of mine is going through or an experience that someone else tells me about, then yeah, that's another story that I could write about. So that's pretty much where I get my inspiration from. That's a very frequently asked question. I just get my inspiration from pretty much just everyday life. 21 Pilots or My Chemical Romance? Oh god. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I don't want to decide. Okay, I love both with all my heart. But I listen to 21 Pilots more. I hate saying that, but I do. I would say 21 Pilots because MCR isn't together anymore. And if you could write a song with anyone, who would that be? I would definitely want to write with Taylor Swift. Ed Sheeran is another person who I would want to write with, along with Troye Sivan. How do you feel knowing that you are an inspiration for so many people, including me? I started learning guitar because of you. I love you so much. Oh, that's so awesome! Literally, I don't even know how to wrap my brain around the idea that actual people are inspired by me. Like, me, out of all people. Because I've always been that person to grow up being labeled and picked on, and I've been through some pretty rough patches with life. And just knowing that I have the ability to help other people kind of going through the same thing just means the world to me, and getting sweet comments every single day from you guys, like, that means the world to me, and I cannot thank you guys enough for that. What was your first performance like? It's on my YouTube channel. You can just like scroll all the way down into the fetus videos and you can find the County Fair Talent Show performance. Heather wants to know, how can you come up with new chord progressions for songs? I feel like I'm not the best person to answer this question because I literally use like the same chords for everything. It's hard. It really is. I feel like that's one of the hardest things about songwriting is coming up with chords that have never been used before, you know? I mean, I guess the advice that I have for you is just to play around with it. I don't know. Like, that's something I need to work on. What is the last thing you do before going on stage? So basically, the pre-show ritual. I don't really have one. But basically before a show, we just do sound check and I kind of just hang out in like the little dressing room, the little backstage area. Yeah, basically like warming up and drinking water is basically what I do, and I kind of just take deep breaths, you know, just in case I get somewhat nervous. Pizza Hut or McDonald's? Okay, this is a very unpopular opinion, but I actually do not like McDonald's. So I would much rather have Pizza Hut than McDonald's. Sorry, guys. Sorry for everybody in the McDonald's fandom right now. Have you ever thought that Thank You Dan and Phil would have that many views when you first uploaded it? Of course not. Okay, so I wrote the song in November last year. Oh my god. It's almost been a whole entire year since I wrote Thank You Dan and Phil. Oh my god. So basically, I was on FaceTime when I first wrote the song, right? So I was FaceTiming my friend Elizabeth as I was writing Thank You Dan and Phil, and so I finished it and I was like, okay, now what? She was like, I don't know. And I was like, oh god, I have to play this in front of my parents. I was terrified to play it in front of my parents. I was like, oh my god, they're gonna think I'm insane, they're gonna hate me. So I spent like about a month kind of like secretly playing Thank You Dan and Phil like in my room by myself. Like I didn't play it in front of anybody for like a whole entire month. And then one day I was just like, you know what, if I want Dan and Phil to see this, I'm gonna have to play it for them. So yeah, I ended up posting the video in January, and the day I posted it, I was so scared. When I posted the video, I had about 3,000 subscribers, and so I was terrified that like none of those people would know anything about the references that were in the song. But the day I posted it, it immediately like blew up. It got like 2,000 views in one day, and people were posting about it on Instagram, and I was like, oh my god, what is happening? And oh my god, I just wasn't expecting it to kind of blow up. I really doubted that Dan and Phil would see it. I was just like, they're not gonna see it. They're not gonna do it. But nope. Nope. I just can't believe now it almost has 1 million views. If you ever came to the UK, would you do shows and meet and greets or something else? Also, is there any hope in you coming? I really want to go to the UK so bad. But like, nothing's happening. I probably will go to the UK someday. If I do go to the UK, I definitely would want to do like a tour and kind of like travel throughout the country and not just play in like one place. And of course I would want to meet my fellow British subscribers, so shout out to you guys. I just don't know when that would happen, but I really want it to happen soon. This one's from Julie. What do you do to cheer yourself up when you're sad? Usually what I do when I'm sad is I watch a lot of YouTube, I watch a lot of Netflix, I go to my room, I listen to music, I listen to 21 Pilots. Caroline, you are the reason I started YouTube. Who gave you the motivation to start your channel? I was kind of like, you know what? I want to do YouTube because in the past few years I used to not be very active on YouTube at all. I think it's because I started watching a lot of YouTubers. I think the thing that motivated me the most was watching the YouTube rewind videos, because you see all those YouTubers together and just they look so happy and they're like having the time of their lives, just like doing what they love, and just I wanted to do that. So how is your environment when you are going to write a song? I usually write my songs right where I'm sitting. There's a desk right here. There's a bunch of stuff on it. My room's kind of messy at the moment. How many instruments do you play? I am legit curious. I play guitar, ukulele, and piano. I'm self-taught with ukulele and piano. but I take lessons for guitar. What was your most embarrassing moment when you were live on YouTube? Oh god. Okay, I think Resply is the most iconic thing that has ever happened to me while doing a live stream on YouTube. Forgetting lyrics because I'm reading the chat as I'm singing, which is like the worst thing to do, but I do it anyway because I really want to know what people are saying. It is so hard to sing and read the chat at the same time. Like, who's your favorite singer or band? 21 Pilots. What shows are you currently watching? I've been catching up with American Horror Story on Netflix. I'm on season 2. Please, no one spoil it. Like, I've been a loyal fan of The Walking Dead for almost 3 years. I watched Stranger Things, Dance Moms. If you had one question you could ask Tyler Joseph, what would it be? Okay, I think if I met 21 Pilots, I would just die. I think I would just like flat out die. I would just be complimenting him like, why are you so amazing? If you could make a difference in the world, how would you want to make it? I want to find a way to help people who are going through rough patches get out of those dark times, you know? And I will say this right here, right now, I do want to change the world, and I do want to make the world a better place and spread positivity and inspire people, and I want to connect with people like me and tell them like, hey, everything's gonna be okay. Are you part of the Illuminati? I might be. You don't know that. When did you start to have a passion for music? Basically, I've always loved listening to music, and I've always had like a connection to it somehow. So pretty much as I've been growing up, I've always loved music, and I think when I actually started performing when I was 11, that's when I became really passionate about it. Do you get hate? And if you do, how do you deal with it? Okay, as I said in my last Q&A video, I do not get a lot of hate, thank goodness. But as I said earlier, I've kind of grown up being labeled and picked on, and so I'm kind of used to it. Which I don't really know if it's a good thing, but I'm used to it. But I remember like the first few hate comments that I've gotten, I was a bit like triggered, kind of upset about it, but nowadays I'm kind of just like, I don't really care. If you got the chance, would you tour the world? I would love to tour the world. That's one of my goals. And the last question, which was probably the most asked question of today. How does it feel to be in Dan and Phil's new book? Or what was your reaction to being in it? Okay, so if you guys don't know, Dan and Phil recently came out with this new book, and it's being sold in like Walmart and Target and Barnes and Noble. And it's called Dan and Phil Go Outside, and it's pretty much like a photo book of their tour. And so I went to Tatanoff. When I was there, they took a group VIP picture. And my friends and I were in the very front, and this picture that they took made it into the book. I'll put like a little picture right here. Okay, so basically how I found out about this was that my friend Catalina, who I met at Tatanoff, she's in the picture as well. So she got the book early, and she posted about it, and she tagged me in it, and like I saw the picture on Instagram, and I was like, oh. It's funny because Nikki and I kind of joked about it. We were like, huh, our faces are gonna be published in that book. And like, we weren't really like that serious about it. And then like it actually happened, and we were like, oh. And also I remember thinking at Tatanoff, like right after they took that picture, I was like, I wonder where that's gonna end up. Well, that was all the questions for today. Thank you guys for tweeting me so many questions. I wish I could answer them all. Let me know if you would like me to do another Q&A sometime, and I will get right on that. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and be sure to subscribe to my channel for more videos. All my social media links will be down in the description if you want to follow my Instagram, my Twitter, my Facebook, and my Snapchat. Those will all be down in the description, and you should totally follow me because I post some pretty spontaneous stuff. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I will see you guys sometime soon. Bye!